the Lynn Canyon Park. We are on the unceded territory of the Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh Nations.
Come join us for our historical walk in the rain.
Our first stop is the Lynn Canyon Suspension Bridge.
Angular blocks of rock slope alongside the edge of the trail and the bridge you can see here. This is an ongoing process that continues to widen the canyon. Just over 10,000 years ago, glaciers covered this entire region that we're in today. Up ahead on the trail, we'll see some floodplains, and it's believed that glaciers actually carved out the U-shaped valley the floodplains are in.
The waterfalls are constantly retreating upstream. This happens as the rock cliffs underneath the waterfall collapse due to erosion at the base of the waterfall. This erosion is due to abrasions from sand and rock particles, as well as from pressure fluctuations from the high water pressure itself. Erosion occurs during the winter floods, moving rocks and debris. As you can see, the large boulders in the creek reflecting the power of these floods.
Pollen found in the peat that's lining the trails here has actually indicated that at times there were mountain hemlocks, spruce trees, and lodgepole pines once growing here, indicating that there was a much colder climate back at the time the glaciers were retreating.
Wow!
Flatness of the surface here suggested that it formed as a floodplain. Floodplains are the most common origin of the flat surfaces we find in our area, such as this one. Elevated floodplain surface is known as a terrace. Terraces can be formed when the river alternates between extra downcutting and minimal downcutting. Also notice the change in the foliage here, the trees. The younger deciduous trees suggest that this is a younger floodplain. Speaking of flooding,
Due to the moist environment and soils at Lynn Canyon Park, this is the perfect place for mushrooms and fungi to grow. There is actually 2 deadly species of mushrooms that live within Lynn Canyon. Not this one. The base of the canyon was formed over 100 million years ago by volcanic activity. That's why we see so much granite. Granite is formed when molten rock slowly cools, making it an igneous rock. Granite is made up of a dark intergrowth of manganese and iron. And the lighter minerals such as gray feldspar, quartz, and amphiboil give it its lighter color. This gives granite a salt and pepper texture.
as the glaciers retreated, the streams gradually started to progress further and further downstream. That produced the canyon about 13,000 years ago.
Thank you for joining us on our walk at Lynn Canyon.